everybody, welcome back to the Craft Beer Hub. I have got another beer review for you, and it is of this. It's a beer that I bought way back in, when would it have been now? June? Maybe even May. So 5 months ago, more or less. It's a horrendously dusty can, actually. It's a beer by Pressure Drop, and I can't remember the name of it. It's called It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To. There we go. It's a 10%. Now listen to this. This sounds amazing. The weather's dipped. I've been saving all the stouts for the winter or the autumn. So yeah, this makes me excited. It's a maple, coconut and chocolate Imperial granola stout. Yeah, I don't know. It's in a 440 can. I didn't pay a lot of money for it. Pressure Drop at the time done a really random 60% off thing on their website. Whether they had, I don't know why they did it. Whether they had overstock or something. Just need to get rid of a shed load of beer. And yeah, I bought a shed load of beer from Pressure Drop. Generally speaking, it's been really good. I didn't buy this particular beer in that release or in that purchase, but one of my beers of the year so far is this. It's a very different style of beer to this one I'm about to review, but it's called Queen King Knave. And it's a New England Pale Ale, and it was sensational. Pressure Drop, I haven't had a whole lot of beers from Pressure Drop up to the point of buying them in May. But I have to say, the beers that I have had, they've been really, really good. Granola Stout. I don't think I can ever put my finger on having a granola stout. I don't eat granola, generally. I'm not that guy. But the additions, or the kind of, I say the additions, the kind of, the added elements to this beer, maple, coconut and chocolate, I'm all over that. Perfect flavour combo for me. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get it into a glass and see what we get. Right. Boom. Nice smoky can opening. 10% should be a really good one this. I'm hoping, right now this is a biggie, I'm hoping it's got mouthfeel. The other Pressure Drop stout that I didn't review, that I drank sort of in my own time. My dad is ringing me. The other Pressure Drop stout that I did have in my own time did have mouthfeel. So this, I think this beer, for what's in it, or what appears to be in it, it needs mouthfeel. Let's put it in my Twisted Hops Allegra glass. Boom. So, what have we got? We've got a dark head that's going to dissipate relatively quickly. Half a finger, jet black beer in the glass, no light bleeding through even at the bottom of the beer. It looked to be relatively highly carbonated when I poured it in the glass. It doesn't have that engine oil appearance to it, if you know what I mean. Maybe it looks a bit better on camera than it does to my eye. Yeah, looks okay. Maybe not quite what I was hoping for. I was hoping for real engine oil beer, but hey ho. Let's get an aroma then. Flipping heck, this is boozy. This almost smells like it's been barrel aged. We'll find it could have been. They normally say it on the front. It could have been, but it almost smells like it's barrel aged. We'll find out in a minute when we look at the can. Huge hit of vanilla, chocolate, sweet chocolate. Nice sort of, there's a nice back of toasted coconut on the aroma as well. That's quite nice. It did say maple, didn't it? Yeah, I'm kind of getting more honey, if I'm entirely honest. But that probably is the maple, just clashing with all the other aromas in there. It smells really, really, really boozy. It's 10%. So here we go. Cheers, everybody. It's got mouthfeel. There is a little bit of carbonation in there, breaking that thick mouthfeel down. But it starts off lovely, fresh as to be roasted malts up front. But there's a real sweet chocolate coming through right at the front with that roasted malt as well. The maple note runs all the way through this beer with the chocolate. And then there's a nice, it's toasted coconut, but there is a creaminess to it as well. It's not it's not all roasty toasty, this beer. There is a real element of creaminess to this beer. Low bitterness. It is quite sweet, this beer. And I don't mind sweet things, but even then it's a little bit sweet for me. There's also a lovely nutty thing that runs all the way through with the maple. This beer is a bit of a clash of flavours. You can kind of pick up the roasted malt and the chocolate right at the beginning, then very quickly everything kind of starts piling in. The chocolate and the maple run all the way through, the nut is there all the way through. And then the end is nice and soft actually with that roasted coconut or that toasted coconut. And it is nutty. It's alright. It's alright. I think when you're going to have a beer of this strength with this amount of what I presume is going to be like additions or adjuncts or whatever you want to call them into the beer, I think Pressure Drop on the back of it, we'll have a look in a minute, but the Pressure Drop do call them additions rather than adjuncts, which is absolutely fine. You are going to get a bit of a flavour bomb, and this beer is a bit of a flavour bomb. It is nice that the beginning of the beer is different from them. I've just said it's a flavour bomb. It's brief. The beginning is brief. The roasted malt and chocolate, then very quickly you do get that nuttiness, that maple syrup and the chocolate. That's the lasting thing. That flavour, that chocolate, maple and nut and vanilla almost in the middle is kind of bookended. It's not it's not a gradual thing all the way through. But I suppose that has to be expected, I think. Let's have a look at the can. Brewed in London, it's 2013. Tasting notes: sweet, sweet party time. That's actually true. Look. Additions are cacao nib, maple syrup, toasted coconut, lactose, and salt. Salt. Wasn't picking up much saltiness. Maybe at the beginning. Maybe it's almost like when you eat chocolate with sea salt in it. Yeah, I can see salt. And lactose to give it that nice mouthfeel. Rich, luscious, fudgy, nutty, and outright delicious. This Imperial Stout has got a great blend of sweet and salty with a touch of class and bitter cacao. It's a real party. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. I can't remember how much it is. I think this beer is probably going to be now floating around the sort of £7-8 quid mark. I bought it for a steal because it was part of that deal, wasn't it? So overall, that's not too bad. What I do like about it is there is enough in there. It's not all just sugar. As much as it's got chocolate, cacao nibs, or it's got cacao nibs and what was it? Maple syrup in there. It's not all just sugar. It's not stouts. This is kind of probably a stout that I wouldn't normally gravitate towards, and this is the direction that stouts have gone in for me. That's kind of put me off stouts a little bit. But there's that kind of nutty thing in there is really quite nice, creamy, nutty flavour that runs all the way through is really quite nice. Maple syrup's not at the forefront dominating. And then that roasty, toasty coconut at the back is really quite nice. I think it's quite good. I'm going to rate that a 4 out of 5. I think, yeah, it's really quite good. It's just maybe not a style that, to be honest, it was a style that I used to drink, but I'm just a bit bored of like big sweet stouts now. Yeah, but yeah, it's still very nice. The flavours in there are very pleasant. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like and subscribe button if you would be so kind, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.